teams have a terrific pass rush, they've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bucs take over first down.
Come the Bucs now for their first
27-yard line.
They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
Mayfield going to the air right away. Looking middle, and he's got Abuka.
Mayfield's pass.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
Baker going to give it to Irvin. And that play go absolutely nowhere as he's expected before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 18. Complete to Jalen McMillan. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Tampa Bay.
Well, 3 and out to start the game would have been a real disappointment. So this is a nice job of finding something you think will work and executing it. And they're able to keep this opening drive going.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. This ball complete to Durham. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he'll be taken down by the bigger pressure. He mentioned that 8 yards out, second down.
And that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Bucs
Makes
take
the
a
score
3-0
Buccaneers
lead.
3. Bengals
No touchdown
nothing.
there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it, and sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
Play action. It's Burrow. Now he's going to step up and run. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
He's brought down by
Once that one broke down, there
Jones.
were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately,
Brings up
only
second
first down,
and 7.
so smartly got the
At the
yardage he could get
26-yard
and didn't
line.
worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Here's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The challenge flag is out. Todd Bowles not pleased with the ruling on the field, and he's going to ask the officials to take
Previous
another
play
look.
is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Lines up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. Here's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Will try and do this himself. And he's taken down by the slip across the 35.
A gain of 10
on his
yards.
toes that time as they
And
get the first
Bengals,
down.
First down. 1st and 10
He's
at
a
the
talented runner.
36-yard
That means he's
line.
always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
Chase.
And he gets us to the other side of
A gain
midfield
of
across the
20 more
45 before
yards.
going out.
That's another Bengals.
I don't care who you put on
first
him,
down.
he's going to be a handful in
1st
one-on-one
and 10
throws.
at
Yeah,
the
right now you're right. They're in
44-yard
man-to-man.
line.
Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll fake the jet sweep and go play action with Burrow. One taken in by T. Higgins. They'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over
A
out
gain
of
of
bounds.
27 more yards.
That'll be marked as
That's
a 27-yard
another Bengals
pickup.
First down.
They hit that crossing
1st
route
and
really
10 at
well.
the
Excellent time. He
17-yard
puts it right
line.
on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That one complete once again to Higgins.
Complete
So the completion
to number
good for
5,
6
T.
yards.
Higgins.
And that'll make it
A
second down.
6-yard pickup.
But yet another
brings up
completion
2nd
here
and
on this
4
opening drive,
at
and
the
he's now
Bucs'
perfect
10-yard
4
line.
of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
Alexander
He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards.
gain of 2.
And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
3rd and 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And maybe he hits him in stride. He'll take this into the end zone for a touchdown. Chase Brown from 8 yards out. And the Bengals have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
He's got it. He'll see that opening line field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Buccaneers 3.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Got a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive.
27-yard line.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I don't know a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick. Other than the extra point. That's it.
The ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a
They'd love
yard.
to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Sometimes the crosses get challenged. At times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing, Mayfield. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Mayfield showing he can be fleet of foot, picking up the first down.
That's good for a first down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He was ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
That is caught. McMillan with it. And gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Buccaneers, first down. A gain of 19 yards. And
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And a pretty little juke move there. Nice game.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now we give Irving running right. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
After one, 7-3 to score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Irving. Oh, a nifty juke there. And he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bucky Irving taking it in from the 20. And the Buccaneers are able to move back in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point.
After.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Buccaneers 10.
So this drive spans 7 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Nifty move. He takes this lead to 25. Just a little pass there. Call it to 26. Joe Burrow and the Bengals set to go back on offense. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of the route, too.
Burrow's pass.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Now Burrow. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yards. That's good for a Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
10 more yards.
Pick up of 10
He was
yards.
tackled at the
And that'll make it
46-yard
second
line.
and a foot or so.
10 yards on the
That's
pickup.
a really nice
It's
job by
second
them
and
picking up the run
inches.
blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll get this down to the 41.
Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Watch the lineman, watch the bullet, watch the bullet.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he stopped immediately there.
Taken
Call it
down
no
right
gain on
at
the
the
play,
line
and
of
it'll be
scrimmage.
second down.
No gain on the play.
Defense
Brings up
doing their
second
job, really
and
nowhere to
10
run the football.
At the
Yeah, it's almost
40-yard
textbook,
line.
wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Another run for Brown on second down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Bengal first down with a 16-yard pickup there. The toss play right. We know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held, so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. He's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up second and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He's got Gesicki with 6'5" and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
I got it.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
Burrow's pass.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
Brings up second
Well, Brandon,
and goal.
we could see that play
at the
developing, and they were
9-yard line.
hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
It'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
A gain of 8 yards.
Touchdown-saving
It's
tackle
now
there.
third
Now it's third and
goal.
goal. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he will take it on for a Bengals touchdown. Drew Sample, one-yard touchdown reception. And the Bengals have moved out in front. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
Makes the
And the lead is now
Bengals
14-10.
14. Buccaneers 10.
So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. inside the 30 at the 27.
The Bucs take over
And
first
Tampa
and
Bay
10
trots out there
at their
now.
own 27-yard line.
And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Tackled by Demetrius Knight.
Just a yard on the pickup there.
gain of a
Bring up
yard.
a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic
At the
waiting for him
28-yard
up the
line.
middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Mayfield. Outside, he gets this one to Ibuka. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 19
Second catch
yards.
for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Play fake. Mayfield. Oh, he's got Ibuka. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of them.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Mayfield down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Brings it in over the middle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's ahead of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hand kept it exactly that.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for
Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he's not able to get it. He's sacked back at the 22. And it's going to lead to 4th down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is right there. It's good. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. And not much happening on the returns. He'll get this to about the 23.
23-yard
The
line.
Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown set to take over once more. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. The Bengals drive about to get going. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. Did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. So they're going to traffic there, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Second and 6. From midfield now, Burrow. Open man is Yoshi. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Gain of 6. That's good for a Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Burrow will throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it.
Intended
And
for
that'll
Drew
fall
Sample.
Incomplete.
And not a common
It's
sight, at
second
least
down
on this
and
drive.
10.
A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. Got a man open. It's Chase. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts.
To number 1.
As they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Burrow looking to pass. He connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to move the Stix with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Go get him, go get him.
So with 4 seconds
Evan
to go
McPherson
in the half,
for the
here's the
Bengals
field
field
goal
goal.
unit onto the field.
A 46-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
Bengals 17.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points
13.
in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And this will be incomplete.
Pass.
Normally he's
Intended
pretty
for Mike
reliable.
Gesicki.
Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he
Brings
simply
up
dropped it.
2nd and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this throw incomplete.
Burrow's
The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Incomplete.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow. Man on the left side is Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
When I see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset, this is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. Taken down at the 42.
Well, the second half is better than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Now it's Burrow. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. He was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover at the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. He'll look underneath and finds Brown. And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Bengals first down.
Another catch
First
for him
and
there on
10
this
at
drive,
the
Brandon. And it looks
49-yard
like they're
line.
going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
He's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
A gain of
10 yards there on the Bengal first.
That's another.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little
First
attrition
down.
setting in with this drive.
First and
Because
10
you see
at the
that type of a
41-yard
run,
line.
I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw. There it goes, a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up second down.
Eric All.
How about the timing on that
gain
one?
of 4.
Where they were in sync,
It's
weren't
now
they?
second
Three-step
and
drop,
6
balls out of his
at the
hands, right to the
Buccaneers'
tight end.
37-yard
Nice
line.
completion, just like they do it in practice.
So from the 37, here's second and 6. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Out to the left, he's got Sample there. And he's getting this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
It's a gain of 16
The Bengals
yards.
passing game finding a
That's
rhythm. They've got another first.
Bengals
But when you hit him on the
down.
move like that, he's
First
able to
and
get
10
an
at
open
the
field with a full head of
21-yard
steam.
line.
Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now Burrow. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Complete
Boy,
to
that was
Chase
certainly
Brown.
well read defensively.
4
And the key to any
yards on the
screenplay
pickup.
is space to
Second
work.
and
And there was
6
none to be
at the
found there.
Bucs'
And he tackled
18-yard
him for just a
line.
short gain.
Second down and 6 now. On the option left, it's Burrow. They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but he leads to a third down.
That's a
Anytime
gain
you
of
decide to
3.
use your quarterback
Brings
as a
up
runner,
third and
most
3.
of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Pass taken in. Hosmer tied in. And the Bengals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him first and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Running right, here's Brown. And he will take it on for the Bengals touchdown. Chase Brown, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal, you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Evan
McPherson now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead out to 11.
Makes the score.
So that drive spans 13 plays.
Buccaneers, 13.
And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper.
Evan
After the
McPherson
touchdown,
to kick off
McPherson
for
on to kick
Cincinnati.
this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
He's got Otten. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
This is what they're going to need more.
It's a gain of 10.
It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Mayfield off the play fake. They'll find McMillan here.
Mayfield's pass complete to Jalen McMillan. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. In motion goes the tight end. Now Mayfield. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. 14 yards that time for
First
number
and 10 at
14.
the 44-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And the coverage terrific there as it's knocked down and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. It's a screen pass. That's complete. He is out of bounds, but now before he's inside the 30. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Well, they certainly have their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Straight ahead, it's Irvin. He is going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line.
No daylight for him to run through there. He ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Force bearing down on him there. He cannot hang on. It's third down.
Makes it third down.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. The slot man in motion right. Mayfield down. Got a man complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That's good for a first down. First and goal, Tampa Bay.
Why can't we score? Do it. I gotta do it.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw, and they're set up now with a first and goal.
And he gets halfway there for a 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Well, the Jets sweep. This is Godwin. This is not going to work his plan. He's going to be back and drive behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2
It'll be a
on the
loss
play.
of a couple
It's
on the
third
play,
down
so now
and
third
goal to
down
go.
coming up. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case,
Bucky with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs Bucs are back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for two here.
The Bucs will set up for the two-point conversion.
Try and run it up the middle.
The two-point attempt
He got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and he'll come up empty on the drive for two. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 on second down.
A gain of 4.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
That's a gain of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll run on third down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game, 1st and 10 here. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. Get this one across the 35 before he's brought down. 70 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
They'll get it up near midfield at 49 before being taken down.
Good credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're just trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 7. And now they will throw it with Burrow. This one complete to Yoshivas.
Burrow's
And a
pass.
gain of 5.
Complete to Andre
And this will wind
Yoshivas.
up being a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 5.
Timing is so
Brings
important on
up
a route
3rd
like this
and
because
3.
he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36.
Bengals
The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
36-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
From the right side into the hands of the tight end Sample.
Sample.
He's out of bounds inside the 30.
10 more yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is
10
down,
yards on the
stomp
pickup.
down. How about that?
It's
Back-to-back
second and
completions.
inches.
They are
At the
rolling.
So much for being
26-yard line.
conservative and running that football. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. An inside give, Brown. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
It's
Only a
a
gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
That's good.
This has been a tremendous drive to this
First down.
point. And this is all you want. Play
First
with a
and
lead
10
in the
at the
fourth quarter.
25-yard
If you can keep the
line.
ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Elijah Cansey in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd
Early down
and
stuff
9.
to put this offense in a
At the
precarious position.
24-yard
We
line.
know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Burrow throw. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. He'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the
It's a
5.
gain of 18.
18 yards
That's
that time to
another
push him up
Bengals
1st and goal.
First down.
Well, that should be a reminder
First and
defensively,
goal
and
at
I
the
think it's a
6-yard
reminder to
line.
myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
This is Brown going up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
He's brought down by
That's going to go as a
John.
loss of 1 on 1st down.
It's a loss of 1.
That was well played there
Brings up
defensively.
2nd
2
and
tight ends
goal
in the formation,
at the
which essentially
7-yard
gave them
line.
7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Burrow looking to pass. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
A 3-yard
It'll be a
loss
loss
on the
of
play.
2, maybe
It's
3
3rd
on the
and
play.
goal.
And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
A loss of 8 on the play that brings up
It's
4th.
4th and goal.
So a pressure
Evan
spot
McPherson
here for
on
Evan
for the field
McPherson.
goal.
This to put him a
35
touchdown and a
yard
2-point
attempt.
conversion up. McPherson's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8.
Makes the score.
From a defensive
Bengals
perspective,
27,
though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we
19.
needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
27-yard line.
And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a two-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a Bucca. That's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the
22 yards.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
And his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
Complete to Chris Godwin. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Mayfield looks to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Buccaneers.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Here's a handoff to Irvin. He's in. Touchdown,
Tampa Bay.
Bucky Irving taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Buccaneers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
So a big play coming now for the Bucs as they'll go for 2.
The Bucs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Well,
this one is setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And he's brought down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Burrow. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
Brings up
exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yards. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Throwing, Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
To throw, Burrow. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect, incomplete.
Intended for
give them
Chase
credit,
Brown.
they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on 4th down because you can try the long field goal. You could go for it,
Evan
or you can punt and play for
the
overtime.
Bengals field goal.
I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
And he has got it. 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So Mayfield and the Bucs down by a field goal, 50 seconds to go. And they need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. And for Mayfield, this could be a free play. That's complete to his receiver, Gallup. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
This is 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw. That's complete to Otten.
Mayfield's
They'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Mayfield. Finding Otten once more.
Pass.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to have a box 1st down as they get fouled there on 3rd and 2. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts.
To number 7.
As they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
At the 47-yard line.
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Here's Baker. There's a short one taken in by Otten.
Mayfield's
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
At the
That's
37-yard
tough to play
line.
zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? They'll go for the mousetrap. That's hard to do because you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
5-yard gain on the play.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout.
First down.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Mayfield. That one too wide and incomplete.
Run to the sideline and
Let's
incomplete.
face it, this defense has had to
The
share
coverage
struggles
by the
all game
Patriots
long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
So now one of the biggest
Chase
kicks of the night
McLaughlin
is
for the
forthcoming.
Buccaneers field goal.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their
50-yard
timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try.
For the field goal.
This to potentially send us to
50-yard
overtime.
attempt.
And his kick is indeed good.
The kick
And that will tie
is good.
this game here in the final
That
minute
ties
of
the
play.
game at 30 all.
So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
This one,
Chase
all we
McLaughlin,
could have
the
asked
kickoff
for.
for the
All tied,
Buccaneers.
final minute as the kick's away here. And they will not get a chance to return this
The
one.
Bengals
It's through the
take
back
over
of the end
first
zone
and
for a
10
touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's first down. Burrow. Pass complete to Higgins. And inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise. We get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On a completed pass, got to get down quickly and call a timeout. Now Burrow. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's taking a big risk at this late stage. They're not thinking field goal, though. They wanted to leave no doubt on that one. So they took the shot at the end zone, but it winds up incomplete.
Here we go with Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. That one behind his receiver and incomplete. And we got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout.
Evan McPherson.
So the Bucs going to have a chance to go down and win it. They'll get the ball first here in overtime. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll start on the ground with Irvin. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming out.
He was brought down by
If you're a
Jordan
coach,
Battle.
you'll absolutely take that run every time
brings
on
up
first down
second
because it
and
really sets you up to go in a
at the
number of
28-yard
directions
line.
here on second.
Opening drive of overtime. Both teams will get a possession, barring a defensive score. Here's second down. Once again, it's Irvin. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
The first throw in overtime for Mayfield now. They'll find McMillan here. And he's going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
10 yards. Complete to Jalen McMillan. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
Mayfield's pass.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be second down.
A
little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If you make someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it.
It's a
good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
First down. A gain of 30. First down, Buccaneers.
Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they've got 2 timeouts. Maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try to get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play.
A 7-yard
second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 7-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Sean Tucker. And this is a touchdown. That's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime.
Buccaneers.
So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
The kick
extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
30. Chase McLaughlin.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bengals take over first and 10
ready to see what they can do here.
24-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now a first throw here in overtime. This one complete to Yoshibas. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
It's a gain of
first
14
play of the drive,
yards.
going for 14 and also going for a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They need a matching touchdown here to keep their hopes alive. Here's second down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Over middle, he finds Higgins. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now it's Burrow. Work in the middle of the field. He's got it incomplete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's good.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Well, that is nearly intercepted.
Intended for
that would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, it's just second down.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there, waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
From midfield now, here's Higgins out of the right side. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line.
21 yards.
Good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
Open man is Yoshivas. And he's brought in, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They've moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And Burrow's caught. It's a touchdown. And now a big decision looming. Go for 1 in the tie or 2 in the win.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed.
Evan
McPherson on for the point after.
Point.
And this one from the uprights and good. So that's drive in total 8 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So a tie ball game here as the kicks away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds. But a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run. It's Tucker. And a solid run inside the 30.
The tackle
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9.
What a
Brings
way
up
to start a
2nd
drive.
and 1.
An excellent
At the
run, a
29-yard
tone setter,
line.
and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
A 7-yard
7 yards there and a first down.
First down. First and 10.
And I know you with every carry, especially in
line.
overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold
Chase
on to it,
McLaughlin
protect it,
for
but
the
not necessarily
Buccaneers field
settle it
goal.
because you're trying to get to
A
the end zone. You're trying to
39-yard
end the game
attempt.
right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And
Chase
now this game's going to come
McLaughlin
down
on
to
for
the
the field
right
goal.
leg of their kicker.
A 39-yard
This to
attempt.
win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's
Makes
able
the
to
score
split the
Buccaneers
uprights.
40.
And it'll be a
Bengals
hot
37.
time in Ybor tonight. The Bucs have won the football game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.